Hello everybody, I am NicoD. So today we are gonna take a look at Android on the Odroid N2+. So first we are gonna start with Galvanized. Galvanized is Android 9. A lot of things are pre-installed on it, so that is great. One thing that doesn't work with it for me is my PlayStation 3 controller. So for that it isn't the ideal Android for me. That will be Lineage OS, which is Android 10, which I will show you later on. So as you can see, the big cores A73 are set to 2.4 GHz and the small cores are set to 2 GHz. This needs to be set in the env.ini file on the VFAT partition of the SD card or eMMC. First boot Galvanized, then update online, then it will reboot, and then shut down Android and only then set your env.ini file, else it will be overwritten. If you want to change your display resolution, then be sure to set display auto detect to false. Android works great for 4K video, but of course 4K gaming isn't great, so for that it is better to set it to 1080p. So the big cores you set here to 2400 MHz and the small cores to 2016. So to watch YouTube, there is Smart YouTube TV. The interface is a bit broken, but it does play YouTube very well. The problem I've got is most of the times when I try to change the quality, it goes to another video. But well, that's Android.
That's not an option. You could go though. Why? This video is supported by Skillshare.
To watch movies, I've been using the movie player. It works very well. Also subtitles work very well with it. So I can't complain about it. To watch free TV series and movies, there is Cinema HD version 2. This is a not so legal version of Netflix. I have not used it. I don't want to go to jail. There are two music players on Galvanized, Power Amp and Music, but most important of all on this image are the emulators, of course. So PPSSPP Gold is installed here. Normally you have to pay for that. It runs great, but of course I cannot use my PlayStation 3 controller.
Just remember, the smart meter is a straight line, then turn, then hit the gas.
So that was it for Galvanized. It is a pretty nice Android version. Many things are pre-installed and that is great. Now let's go to Lineage OS 17.1. Not as much is installed on it, but the Google Play Store is installed. I rather use a browser to download the APK files for everything, but it is good to have the Google Play Store also. It is the same as with Galvanized to set the clock frequencies. So with the env.ini file on the VFAT partition, as you can see it is clocked to 2.4 GHz on the big cores and 2 GHz on the small cores. In Lineage OS you can set the display resolution in the OS itself, so that is very good. You don't have to set it in the env.ini file except if you have problems. And the good thing here is that my PlayStation 3 controller works. So I've installed many programs on here. So here is PPSSPP. It started using the Vulkan driver, but it didn't work well with the Vulkan driver. So I changed it to OpenGL, and with OpenGL it runs great. You can even scale it to 2 times, so that is awesome.
Nice driving there.
So Toka 2 runs great on it. It is one of the harder PSP games to emulate, so I guess most of the PSP games will run well on it. I can't try them all, I'm sorry. So I also tried Dreamcast games, so I installed Raycast and Redream. Some games didn't work well, most of them did work well. So here is Aqua GT. So for those who don't know, there's also Emu Elec and Batocera for gaming. I've just made a video about Emu Elec, also watch that if you are interested in gaming on the Odroid N2+. Toka 2 didn't work well on it, but that was because the 32-bit version of PPSSPP was used. In the next version they will use the 64-bit version and then it should be fixed. So my conclusion is that Lineage OS 17.1 is the better Android for the Odroid N2+ right now. This because you can set the display resolution in the OS itself. This is very important for gaming. And my PlayStation 3 controller works on it. Only for those 2 reasons I choose it before Galvanized. Galvanized is great because a lot of apps are pre-installed. You don't have to worry about it yourself. In Lineage OS you have to install everything yourself. You can do this with APK files or you can use the Google Play Store. So it is great to watch 4K video in 4K display resolution. You cannot do that with Linux. I'm not really a fan of Android, I'm more a Linux fan. But these are things that you cannot do yet in Linux. So for that I can recommend Lineage OS 17.1. Or whatever newer version there is right now. There is also an Android TV version of it. I don't have Netflix or Amazon Prime or anything like that, so I cannot test these things. I'm sorry for that too. So that's it for today. I hope you all liked my video. Thank you all for watching. See you all later. Bye.